What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Wednesday, January 27th. Now, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all of our other content goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman so you can get updates to these sim results as we get closer to lock. It's a big one today, 12-game slate. You're not going to want to miss it. Finally, let me know in the comments section who are your favorite options on FanDuel for tonight's slate. We're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Chris Paul, Cameron Johnson, Steven Adams, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green on the outside looking in. Who will be the favorites for tonight's slate? It's time to find out. Alrighty, first up, we're going number 5, Jeremy Grant. Small forward eligibility, which is key. It's a tough position to fill. 8,400, projected for 40. You're looking for 51. He's in the optimal lineup 17% of the time. 35 minutes. We know at this point, very increased usage, 28%. He used to be a 0.9-ish fantasy point per minute guy. That's not even close now. He's like a 1.15 guy. 24, 6, and 3 as a baseline. Taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers there. You know, the Cleveland Cavaliers, not a great offense in Cleveland. Defense has been better from a rating standpoint. This is a slight pace down spot for the Pistons, but I just got to take some Jeremy Grant. 8,400 is not really that problematic of a price tag, and at a small forward spot that's usually difficult to handle, I'll take the guy with the guaranteed minutes and the guaranteed usage. No Blake Griffin, by the way, so it's even more ball handling duties for Jeremy Grant. Next up, number 4, I'm going to Jerome Robinson. Yeah, I know. Point guard eligibility, just $100 north of the minimum, 3,600. Projected for 23, you're looking for 34. He's in the optimal lineup 20% of the time. I'm not expecting Russell Westbrook to play today. He's been limited from a minute standpoint as of late. This is the second game of a back-to-back. Did not play in their last back-to-back. It's just going to be easier for them to keep him healthy. So if that's the case, Jerome Robinson should play like 30-something minutes. He's a 0.75 fantasy point per minute guy. It's not fun. 15% usage, 11, 4, and 3. So he's kind of doing a little bit of everything while not really doing anything at all. That's fine by me. Decent pace spot. They are down one possession, but it should be a relatively fast game against the Pels. These are two at least middle of the pack or higher teams from a pace perspective. There's not a lot of value on this slate so far, and it's kind of concentrated. I like the idea of paying down a little bit for Jerome Robinson at the point guard spot. I just think there's enough time to go around. I'm not sure that Raul Neto can soak up as much time as you would normally expect. So north of 30 minutes on a $3,600 guy on a 12-game slate, if that's going to open up more of the studs that are here, sign me up. Next up, number 3, it's Zion Williamson, power forward eligibility, 7,800. Really great price tag. Under 8K, amazing. 43 fantasy point projection, goals 49. He's in the optimal lineup 22% of the time. 35 minutes, 29% usage, 27 and 8.5. The big piece here, huge pace up spot for the Pelicans. They gain almost 4 possessions in this game taking on Washington. That makes Zion go from a 1.1 fantasy point per minute guy to a 1.2 fantasy point per minute guy. That's a major increase. I'm surprised that he's under 8K. This makes me feel great. I'm happy to get there. There's no problem rostering him. If you're going stars and scrubs or balance build, it works either way. I love Zion. I love the matchup for the Pels as well. Next up, number 2, I'm going to Aaron Gordon. We're grabbing another power forward. 6,800, projected for 38. You're looking for 46. He's in the optimal 24% of the time. Now, 33 minutes, 24% usage, 18, 7.5, 5 assists, a steal, a block. Great spot for Gordon. We've seen the usage go up, so he's normally a 1.05 guy. He's more like a 1.15 guy. Neutral pace spot against Sacramento. We might see Michael Carter-Williams back. I don't think it really affects Aaron Gordon all that much. He's just stepping into a different role, doing a lot more secondary ball handling duties behind Cole Anthony. I like every bit of this. I'm really happy to get to Aaron Gordon. I think this price is going to slowly creep up a little bit higher, so I'm trying to get in on the Aaron Gordon train right now. Sub 7K price tag on a 12-game slate. Would you really be surprised if Aaron Gordon went for north of 46 fantasy points? I certainly wouldn't. Now, before we get to number 1, one last reminder, hit that thumbs up. You guys know how I love these likes. Subscribe to the channel. We are dangerously close to 50,000 subs. Wouldn't you want to be the 50,000th subscriber? That's so hard to say, by the way. And finally, follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. That is where you get the updates. Here we go. The number one contender on the slate, Brandon Ingram, small forward eligibility, projected for 42. Goal is 48. He hits that goal 26% of the time. He's in the optimal 27% of the time. 36 minutes, 29% usage, 26, 6, and 5 baseline projection, and the same benefit I talked about for Zion. Massive pace up spot. It takes him from a 1.07 fantasy point per minute person to a 1.18. Big increase. This pace up spot is no joke. It's enough to put Brandon Ingram in the top spot overall. He's the number one small forward. And 7,500 is just not a price that you have to be worried about. Now, Ingram's going to generally do most of this from a scoring perspective, but why wouldn't that work out here? Taking on the Wizards, a not good defense in a pace up spot, all signs point to loading up on the Pelicans. That's why you see 3 of them in my top 10 contenders. So, Brandon Ingram, the number one contender for tonight's slate. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders for Wednesday, January 27th. No strategy show, no live before lock, so this is all you get from me, but I will be back again tomorrow with a strategy show, a live before lock, and another edition of the NBA DFS contenders. Good luck today, guys.